Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yolanda, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys a long story short version story of why I had to move out yet again. I'm already a transfer student, so having to move mid-semester was a whole lot, but this is in no shape or way from trying to bash my roommate. I'm just stating the situation that happened in the most unbiased way that I can, even though I was affected. But this is like no hard feelings. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm already moved out, but I had the footage and I really wanted to just not just have music that's going to be copyrighted. So might as well. But anyways, though, yes. So, it kind of sucks the whole situation. But basically, all in all, is that I had to move out again because I had a roommate and maybe it was just two different lifestyles. But it just got to a point where it was just really exhausting, like every night, like having to like ask her to lower her voice down. And I think in a way, like for me, it seemed very inconsiderate because it would be like multiple nights, like past 11 p.m. at night, and the volume on her phone would be like to the max, and then she would also speak really loudly, and even just sometimes even throughout the day there would be like a huge speaker, and sometimes it would just be constantly loud in the dorm, and I would just want like a little bit more quietness. And I feel like in a way like I was really nice trying to approach a situation, but it's hard to especially like remain like cordial in a situation like that, especially when it feels like you're repeating yourself like over and over again. But, like the first month, it was more like me, like, going up to her or either like texting her. And then the second month was really more of like the RA involved and trying to do like a meeting all together, making a roommate agreement. But honestly, I don't think there's really a point in roommate agreement because, guys, at the end of the day, like nothing is really enforced. And so, the behavior is still continued. So, in my opinion, I feel like there's no point in having residential rules or even a roommate agreement because people can still do whatever as they please. But, like the whole situation sucks. And especially the fact that I got to the point where, my roommate did decide to try to threaten to fight me twice, and I decided that I just wanted out of the situation. And it sucks because it's like at the end of the day, like no matter who or what, like I tried to get to talk to her, this situation just kept escalating. Not to say that I was perfect ever in the situation. Like, yes, there were some things on my end, of course, being a roommate, like, you're going to butt heads a little bit. But for the most part, like, I really try to be mindful as a roommate. But I guess all in all, like, this story to tell, once again, isn't to bash her at the end of the day because, maybe it's just we live in two different households. But at the same time, I just feel like it's a respect thing. But be mindful of people, y'all. Like, whenever you're room with each other, especially to my freshmen or just people who might be only childs going into college. Or, okay, not freshmen, but people who are going to be freshmen next year but are seniors now. You know what I'm saying? Like, be mindful of people and, like, establish things early on beforehand. And, y'all, don't be afraid to get the RA involved because, that's where they're supposed to be there. And hopefully, that can get something. But if it comes to it, y'all, like, make sure you switch or something. Or at least, like, have some documentation because, it just sucks, the whole situation. But honestly, like, it's so important to protect your peace. It's so important to be able to go somewhere. And especially, like, already I have my own room, luckily for that. But it's still, like, I don't want it to be a situation where you, like, have to be, like, stuck in your room and you can't go to the common area. Like, you just as much are, deserving and you paid for the room too. So, I'd hope for some things that like it would be like bearable, for you guys. But yeah, be wisely. I mean, like honestly, I feel like there's no perfect advice when it comes to choosing a roommate because there's things that always can happen. Like it could be your closest friend, but then by the end of the semester, they could really be your op. Or honestly, like it could be a random person and it can go really terrible, like how my situation went. Or it can go really great. Like it's honestly just a hit or miss. But y'all, be mindful and know things are gonna happen, but make sure to establish things, communicate. Don't let your roommate bully you into a decision. Y'all y'all, if you are people pleasers, this is not the time to be, because at the end of the day, like, your safety, your sanity, this is your space, like, that matters. And so, yeah, it took a lot of work, as you guys can see throughout this video, for me to move out, but y'all, I did it when she was gone, so that I did not have to, because there was an incident where she was talking about me in front of me, which that's a whole nother thing. But yes, all is forgiven, all is, it's whatever in the past. I'm just glad that now I can finally close this chapter, because I'm done recording this video since I'm already moved out and everything like that. But yeah, that's that. That's my before, and this is my after of my new room. Have a great day.